T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What up, what up? It's your favorite duo.
Hermes and Hades back again. Post-eclipse. If you're watching this, the eclipse from hell has officially begun. From hell because it's South Node Scorpio, which is the underworld. So
wait, this is the next one to come out, right? Yeah, this is the next one to come out. So we're filming it before the eclipse. We don't know what happens, but we did get some eclipse goodies, and we wanted to say thank you to a special someone. Jessica Martinez, you're the real VIP or MVP, I guess both. Hooking us up with a very nice bottle of tequila.
Oh, yes.
We're going to do an unboxing for you guys because...
You could do the honors.
Oh, really? Thanks. Yeah. Just in case, you guys are like, oh, I want more of these videos, then send us alcohol. That's basically, we're not going to be shy about it.
Not at all.
We've got a nice Don Julio 1942 tequila anejo. Oh, very nice, very nice. Mm-hmm. You want to crack that bad boy?
Let's do it.
So, we're going to try not to bastardize this tequila. We're going to have it with a little bit of salt and lime and ice and LaCroix, just in case it gets a little too litty in here. So appropriate for post-eclipse celebration. Yep. And we're going to be talking about Gemini season, Mike's favorite season, his birth season.
My birthday.
So we're going to talk to you guys all about the transits of the Gemini season, what's going to be happening, what we like, what we don't like. We're going to give you guys the deets. There's a lot going on. It's post-eclipse, kicks off with a Kazemi. Still in the midst of a retrograde. Definitely a lot going on.
Appreciate you.
I love this little box. It's like a little bottle coffin for when he's dead.
Yeah. It does look GQ. I mean, yeah. Gotta do this right. Boom. Yes.
Yes. Such a nice bottle.
It is.
Oh, I'm so excited. As soon as I saw it come out of the box, I knew what it was because I was like, I got done watching the whole season of WeWork, and if you guys remember the entire time that they're in the office, he's popping these tequila bottles, and it's just everybody's drinking it, and I was like, WeWork, and Mike was like, what? And I was like, never mind.
That's crazy. You put it here, huh? No, you didn't.
I can take it.
Oh, appreciate
One of my favorite things ever is tequila. It's funny. I wasn't going to drink on the podcast today, and then he walked in with that, and I was like, well, in that case.
That's one of my favorite drinks, too. I realized while I was pledging a frat in freshman year of college, University of Maryland, Theta Chi, Alpha Psi. And it was the first time I drank tequila, and I didn't realize that it makes me talk a lot.
Oh, look at that. That's so beautiful.
I mean, I talk a lot, but...
we're going to pour 3 glasses because we are a trio. Not a lot of people know that, but Oz is in the back doing all the production. And
3 of cups.
Very 3 of cups, so... Cheers! Thanks, Jessica. Appreciate it. We love you. Gotta...
Oh, yes. That's what's up.
That's a sipping tequila right there.
It's pretty smooth.
Getting salt everywhere. Fuck, dude. These eclipses, though, they're not fucking around, Have you noticed that? I haven't seen you for a couple weeks. I was traveling. I was out and about. How have the eclipse energies been for you?
Very revealing, but more so internal. I mean, I didn't really experience a lot. I guess I experienced more drama happening in other people, but...
Oh my God, my phone's been ringing off the hook today. It's a couple days before the eclipse, and it's some of the shit that I've heard the last 48 hours between... I mean, it's a Scorpio eclipse, so it's people dying, and people getting let go from work, and then, family members turning up 20 years after they, left, and everybody thought they were dead, and, terminal illnesses, and dogs getting sick, and I'm like, oh my God... It's a lot.
48 hours. I was going to say, I noticed that drama was attached to actual Scorpios.
I mean, yeah, hello.
I didn't realize, right, South Node there. You know what? It is 12th house to me, my Gemini sun. That's why I might not be as aware of it. because even though it's on the rising, right, it's very subtle. It's had me looking inward, and I just feel personally like, you know what? It's time to level up. I mean, it's not exactly the word, but it's just
the Taurus risings I know right now are all just like, fuck the world. It's all about me. They could be so, they're just like so detached. Yeah. What a nice place to be right now with that eclipse
just
going
like
through your 7th house.
Cutting my weights, just like.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, it's square Saturn, so it's, I don't know. I think that we've been feeling the eclipse for a couple, obviously, weeks now. By the time you guys are watching this, like we said, it's just after the eclipse. So we want to talk to you about what's happening around May 20th as the sun begins to ingress into Gemini season. Probably the biggest theme, and like everybody's kind of beating this like a dead horse, is the Mercury retrograde, right? I mean, did you see the thing that McDonald's did where they were like, you get tarot cards or whatever? Like,
that was so
because
random.
Mercury's retrograde, here's a cheeseburger. I saw that and I screamed and threw my phone across the room. I was like, that's it, I quit.
I feel you on that.
I'm fucking
That's
quit.
I feel like, right.
You know, what am I going to do? What would you do if we quit our jobs right now? What would you do?
I would probably become a belly dancer or just panhandle on the street and give the money to whoever needs it. I figured. I also, if I somehow chanced into like all the money in the world, I might just become homeless.
Like Elon Musk?
No. I might just troll. I might just like pretend I'm homeless, but I'll still have all that.
That's a smart way to not have any of your relatives ask you for money.
Yeah.
I feel like I would do that. Like if I ever won the lottery, I fantasize about like disappearing so nobody could find me and like picking up the check with a mask on.
Right, yeah, straight up. No, that's essential. I would literally start asking for money too. Be like, hey, I'm in a bad spot. Can anyone? So that way people will be like, oh, he's broke. And that'll be it. And that'll be straight.
Smart. That's some hardcore Taurus thoughts right there.
Only the IRS will know what I make.
Not if you fake your identity.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is, and that's temporary. I don't want the IRS to know, but, you know.
Fuck the IRS. They're listening. The feds are always listening.
Yes, they are.
So the Mercury retrograde, you guys have heard.
Jupiter Aries too.
We did a video on it. You guys already know about that messiness.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Jupiter's in Aries. That's a big ingress. The Sun Mercury Cazimi is happening in the early hours of the 20th as the Sun retrogrades back into conjunction. Mercury retrogrades back into conjunction with the Sun in Gemini. That to me, and I talk about this on my channel, but like that to me, I think is going to be a fucking crazy communication day.
The new moon in Gemini?
No, the Sun Mercury Cazimi.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be at 0 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
So
Epiphany
it's
City, for sure.
the purest form of like that mercurial magician buzzing kind of exchange of information. I think there's going to possibly be like a media leak or something that like kind of comes out. I mean, I'm thinking about Elon bought fucking Twitter. He said that he'll let Trump back. Trump's got
and
truth.
Alex Jones. Yeah.
But like, I think we're going to see the return of maybe Trump on Twitter with this Cazimi.
If it happens during Gemini season, Elon Musk is a legend. I don't know what else to say.
I mean, I feel like personally, I'm ready for it.
Right.
I joined Truth Social. I had to wait several weeks to get on there.
Wow. And it's not available for Android. It's just iPhone still. Just like Clubhouse.
Level up.
When Clubhouse
Level
started.
up.
This is a love-hate relationship with Apple, that's all. Because like I feel Apple is like a toxic, abusive partner that's like,
but you just keep going back because you need them.
Right, because they have certain apps, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we fucked your phone up so you can buy a new phone. And it's like, I know what you're doing.
Didn't you lose one of your phones or something, and then you just never went back?
Well,
Because I know sometimes your text messages were blue, sometimes they were green.
Well, so like my phone was on the verge of breaking when I lost it. So I was gonna get a new one anyway.
Fuck that shit. It's gone anyway. Okay.
And then I just smacked myself in the face and I said, you only need an Android. But see, I want to text ladies and they see the blue text box. That's the only reason I'm gonna get an iPhone, just so that people get the blue text box. And then I'll have my trap phone, the iPhone. Android
I feel like the green text
phone.
messages give you some street credit. I bet you get some like really crazy bitches that will like double and triple text you, assuming that they're blocked because they get green text messages.
I didn't even. My phone be dry as hell. I don't really talk to people, but like.
I'm just saying, like, if you get blocked, you have an iPhone, you never see that delivered. bubble. Like, you don't see that text.
Oh.
It's Gemini things. But
That's so interesting.
yeah. I'm an honorary Gemini. I have Sun conjunct Mercury. I feel like I have
That's
a lot of that.
Well, I'm gonna make the Android phone my trap phone, and then I'll just text the biddies on my iPhone.
I mean, watch for this, though. This day is going to be an interesting day because there's information, facts, data, conversation, something that's going to, like, fall out of the sky, and I think it's going to be newsworthy with the sextile to Jupiter, and it's going to spread like wildfire.
And that's how Gemini season starts, which really blew my mind, and it's going to sextile Jupiter. What do you think about the sextile?
Well, the Mercury sextile Jupiter is going to happen 3 times.
You're
Once with the
right.
Sun.
Yeah. Backwards, forwards, damn. That's
Good
crazy.
news is on the way, kids. That's
I like
for sure.
that. Good news, yeah.
I mean, it feels like 2020 is now starting, which makes me feel
You mean
better.
2022?
I mean, sorry, 2022.
Okay, shit. I was literally like, wait a minute.
PTSD. You hear like shots fired, getting into the
Memories just came through like,
Pure
oh,
out.
don't, not again. Not again.
Never
yeah.
again. Never forget. Oh my God, please no. PTSD. I feel like, yeah, it's kind of like a psych, right? Like Sun, Mercury, Kazemi, like the Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
It's like, psych, is it too good to be true?
Right, that's true.
But it's new energy, and it's fresh, and it's happening, and it makes me feel better because the last 5 months have been a complete fucking wash. Not much has been accomplished. I left the last 5 months. I don't know about you, other than
I don't even think
barely
that much
getting
has
by.
happened, really. Like, if we compare 2020 to this in 2022, 2021, this is pretty, like, calm.
Is it though?
No, see, that's the thing.
Is it though?
That's the Pisces fog. It's all happening behind the scenes.
They have
I love that.
constantly cranked the dial of crisis to the point where we're just used to it now.
That's so true.
So it's like, there's a war going on
Right.
in Ukraine and the fucking stock market's tanking, and we're like, it's not that bad. Like, that kind of goes to show you, like, how
crazy.
fucked we've become and just
Yeah.
used to just being on
Just used
high
to
alert all the
bullshit.
time.
Yep. Straight up bullshit. Farmlands being bought and all sorts of stuff, and documents being leaked, and I just can't remember when we called Virgo season 2021 and we were like, yep, we're gonna see a lot of crucial details come out that literally go against the narratives we've been told. 2022 is gonna be the Virgo season of all Virgo seasons. I think we're gonna get the final synthesis of all the facts, especially with Jupiter and Aries, and a lot of that, if Virgo is analysis, Gemini is experimentation. So a lot of that is actually going to begin this Gemini season. And I'm realizing right now that, like, Aries, Taurus, and in the last 5 months really was like a setup for this open door. So we're definitely dealing, especially coming in the new moon, with new concepts that we
Right.
could have never seen coming.
I mean,
But,
I'm liking the fact that the moon in Aquarius does trine. So there is a sense of like, did you hear?
Moon in
Like,
Aquarius, yeah.
so, it's already just like very airy. It's breaking up all of this like water fucking bullshit, all
Mm-hmm.
of this earth stellium stuff that's been going on during Taurus season. Don't get me wrong, Taurus season's been nice because it's been like, okay, we're getting recentered.
And you want that for Taurus too. I like that. It's really grounded, solid.
I've just decided I'm giving myself the permission to be as messy as possible. That's like how I've been thinking about it. Like Jupiter going into Aries and all these planets going into Gemini. Like, I'm just going to start doing whatever the fuck I want to do in
so
all
smart.
regards, and just being like, okay, let's go. Especially because Mars is going to go into Aries soon too.
Yes.
So that's going to be an interesting new Mars cycle as Mars is reborn in its home sign with a conjunction to Jupiter. That's big dick energy.
It's huge.
Right there. It's very big dick.
Throbbing veins on the cup. And it's crazy because Jupiter was, I think, in Capricorn when Mars was in Aries, or was it in Aquarius? It was in Capricorn.
Capricorn.
And now it's in Aries, and the exact conjunction, 3 degrees, is going to be during the new moon. That was a little bit jarring to me. That's just like a brand new push. I feel like now is like the runners getting ready to run, and then, your mark, get set, boom. But we'll see.
Okay, so let's look at this then. So then Mercury is going to drop back down on the 22nd into Taurus. So I like the Mercury retrogrades this year. They go from air signs to earth signs, and they all make aspects to Pluto. They'll trine or conjunct. So it's pretty powerful strategizing, planning, especially for earth signs, and when it comes to like money, resources, control, strategizing kind of comes to mind. We talked about that and how it's going to reactivate the eclipse points in Taurus. Mars moves away from its conjunction with Neptune, and the day that Mars enters into Aries, that really sensitive 0 degree Aries cardinal point, the moon Jupiter ingress together. So that May 24th, I've had marked on my calendar for some time as like, just fucking do it.
Whatever comes up.
Just fucking do it. Especially because it's going to sextile the sun. And you're going to see a really, really strong, potent, got to think on your feet, got to get something going, got to initiate something now on the 24th.
3 days after Gemini season. Like, Gemini season already starts off so, like, dramatic, chaotic. I won't say dramatic, but, like, definitely chaotic.
I like the mix between Aries and Gemini. I feel like it's very
so
much
awesome.
like, what if we did this? And it's like, yep, let's do it right now. Let's get in the car and let's go right now.
That's literally it. Mm-hmm.
Like, or like, do you know how to perform surgery? Nope, but let's figure it out.
Let's figure it out. Yeah, we might fuck up like every step of the way, but fuck it, we're gonna wing it.
Right. I'm very excited
energy.
for that day. Do you have your phone on you? What day is that? The 24th.
Boop 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 boop. I wanted to show you something too because you were talking about the sanitizer.
Is that a black magician on your phone screen?
It's no. So you saw the death, and then this is the magician. Oh, it is a black.
He looks black.
No, he is. He's brown colored.
All right.
That's what you meant. I'm sorry.
I was like, oh.
When I saw that, I was like that too. I saw it on Google. I was like, oh, this needs to be on my. The 24th is Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's that Tuesday through, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So pretty much through the new moon, right? So like the 24th through the 30th, that whole week, I mean, coming into the new moon in Gemini, it's not a bad period to get stuff done, right?
Not at all. What do you think about this?
What do you think about that video I sent you about the black guy who's like, why do white people make edibles so strong? He has a meltdown.
You know what's crazy? You know what I thought about that? So I just want to show you how they're like doing it, which is really weird. But when you showed,
what the fuck was that? It was white people holding hands through plastic hugging through plastic. I love sending you things and being like, fucking white people, because I always wait for your response with this.
No, but so that weekend, right? Like, I went to go see Jess Hilarious on stage. It was fucking hilarious. She's amazing. She's extraordinary. And the dude who opened for her too. That was a really funny show. But when you sent me that, she shared everyone a story about how she had eaten edibles, and she had people in the car with her, and the police pulled her over. And there was actually no one in the car, and like, you know, it was just like so high. And so I was like, damn, like, that's crazy.
He was like, this black guy was like eating these edibles, and he's like, why are your edibles so strong? Like, what are you hiding from? What are you running from?
I am so high.
He's like, I feel like I'm an astronaut. I don't know how to fly this car. And he was like freaking out.
That's how I know I smoke too much, because like I got gifted edibles over the weekend, and I was told to take a small amount.
You're fine.
I was fine. I took the small amount, and then I took the whole like 30 milligrams or like maybe 90.
I haven't had any cannabis in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, you're done.
Nothing. And I think that I'm actually done. Like, I think I'm done.
That's what's up, yeah.
I think I'm throwing in the towel.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You and me both.
Really?
I mean, I say that all the time. I say that literally.
You say that every week.
No, I really feel like I'm at the end of my cycle, because like I'm on a period. But like I feel like
your man period.
Like I'll smoke if it's offered, but like
I feel like at this point, like, it's one of those situations, like, you know when you quit you don't smoke cigarettes, but when you quit smoking cigarettes and you're like, I'm done, unless you have, like, an epic day.
Yeah.
And you have a meltdown and you, like, buy a pack of cigarettes and you smoke one and throw them away.
Oh.
So unless I have, like, a breakdown and I'm like, give me a blunt,
right.
I feel like I might be done.
That's awesome.
Just in time for Gemini season so I can save my lungs.
Yeah, for real. You and me both, once again. Because, like, I'm going to go travel when I come back. I wasn't really planning to.
Don't act like you're going to not go to wherever the fuck you're going and not get shitty.
Oh, no, I'm going to smoke there, but not because I buy it. Because,
right.
You know, it's
okay, so that makes it okay.
Yeah.
That's how I am. I'm like, if I didn't buy the cigarettes, it doesn't count.
Exactly. Right.
Exactly.
You know
yeah, so I only smoke on vacation.
But, you know, I thought it was also cool how I was gonna ask you.
You were gonna ask me, or you were gonna ask me? Stop asking me. Just ask me.
Can I ask you? I was gonna ask you, what did you feel about? Because Jupiter's in Aries, right? So like, 12 years ago, June 10th, 2010, Gemini season was when Jupiter went to Aries, right? So.
Yep.
What do you feel about 12 years ago? And then I was gonna say 6 years ago when Jupiter was in Libra, we met.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, now you're my work husband.
Halfway, right. And
what do I
it's
feel
just
about
wild.
12 years ago?
Yeah.
You mean when Jupiter and Uranus were on my descendant?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh, what that was like?
Damn. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God.
What was that like?
Yeah.
I narrowly avoided my first divorce.
Dodge that one.
Yeah, dodge that one. I mean, I feel like it was like, how old was I? 20? So, I mean, yeah, I was 20.
Yeah.
I mean, dating life is not really that stable then anyway, but I feel like I didn't get a fair shot because, Uranus was there kind of fucking shit up.
Yeah.
But I will say that ingress, whenever cardinal planets cross the very first couple degrees, because I have 0 degrees cardinal on all 4 points, I feel it. And the last couple days when Jupiter moved into Aries, I'm like constantly ready to square up and fight my husband. So it's
Nice. That's crazy.
but not in a bad way, not in like a we're fighting way, kind of like
You're just ready.
Just ready.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more fresh than usual.
I think it's because I have Mars in Aries, but I've been low-key been feeling that too, because it's my 12th house. So my Mars 12th house is like imaginary battles telepathically with people who don't exist,
Right.
but do. So like I've been going ham, but like it's just I've been feeling that same energy.
It's
like,
in my
who
7th. My
wants
moon's
it?
in Aries too. It's not close by any means, but it's squaring my Venus and my Uranus. So I kind of feel like I've gone from like kind of like friendly, like let's not fight, to being like, who wants a piece of this?
Mm-hmm. That is the straight
trying to like fight
Pisces to
motherfuckers
Aries.
in the parking lot or something.
I was just ready. I was like, you know what? And that was attached to that whole Taurus rising, like detachment. I just give way less of a fuck now.
Well, Jupiter in your 12th is nice too, because it's like renewed faith and like kind of guardian and angel energy, and like you just could fall and trip and fall into nothing but good things. So
I love that.
I mean, it's great for travel too.
Nice. I know the last time Jupiter was in the 10th, in Aries, I rededicated my life to Jesus, and I wanted to be a theologian and like preach the gospel.
Ooh, so what cult are you going to join this time?
No, it's a really good question, because that was what led to me actually not joining a cult, but like something close to it.
Religion's a cult, but okay.
Well, no, I jumped from the religion cult to another religion cult. Well, no, that was like 2012 though. But like, and I didn't really join it, right? But like, it was just very culty. But honestly, this is what led to me being an astrologer, because I did that, and then it went through Taurus. I became it. So it like released and changed my beliefs around it. But at the time, I didn't know that's what was happening.
With Mars being there, I feel like you're going to do some like shamanic initiations,
Okay. Stop. How can you just say that?
Because I'm fucking psychic.
So
Duh.
in June, all right.
Yeah, you're going to go and do some like medicine shit.
So on the
They're
12th.
going to do like a soul retrieval drum ceremony.
Yo, you need to stop. You
Mars,
really need to
it's
stop.
Mars in the 12th, bitch.
So-
I'm not fucking around.
June 12th, I'm going to a wedding in Nashville. Shout out to my homie. And then right from there, I'm flying to Sedona for a Toltec shamanic initiation by Starry Eye.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you know what I was thinking about? You asked me about 12 years ago. 12 years ago when Jupiter went into my 7th, 12 years ago, 7th, I started taking clients.
Oh.
That was the first time I started taking clients for readings.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Back again, 12 years, season 2 on the Midheaven podcast. Look at that. That's what's up.
I'm excited. I'm very excited for this. I'm excited for the new moon. I like that it's technically still relatively in and out of sign trying to Pluto. It sextiles Mars and Jupiter. It's like it's like Nike, like just do it. So this is a very fruitful, active kind of shooting from the hip, right?
And we know that, when Jupiter goes back into Pisces. It's going to be Scorpio season. So that's after.
And it's the late degrees because it's only going to retrograde back to about 28.
28, yep.
Yeah.
So like that's going to give you foresight about everything you've done, and it's going to change the direction around everything you've done. So like Candace said, you really want to be gung-ho on just doing what you're called to do and not be so focused on how perfect what you're doing is, because 2023 you'll be able to come back and do that. So once again, Gemini season is going to inspire you with so much quick ideas that if you think about that actually happened to me earlier before, like I had the opportunity to do something and I thought about it too long, and then when I finally went back to do it, the energy wasn't there like it was in that moment. So you have, with Aries, you have to strike when it's hot, and don't be.
I'm excited because of where this is in my chart and the aspects that it's making, and I'm in a Gemini 9th house perfected year. So Mercury transits and all this stuff is great. I think it's not as untethered. God bless Gemini energy, but it's not as untethered. It's going to be making the sextiles to Jupiter, which is going to kind of like
strengthen it.
You know, strengthen it, add fuel to the fire. But it's also eventually we're going to see, you know, the sun make trines to Saturn. Mercury's retrograding back to Taurus, so it's kind of like 12 signs from the sun, finding the faith, really thinking things through before making any moves.
So it's like you get that epiphany, and then you strengthen that as it retrogrades to Taurus, practically squaring Saturn. And that's cool because like Gemini seasons where we didn't have Saturn in Aquarius, ideas would go in one ear, out the other.
Right. It's going to have some support. It's going to kind of ground a lot of that out, you know?
We'll see it through, all that.
Well, and Mercury retrograding back to 26 degrees, it's activating the eclipse points, both the conjunction to the November eclipse in Taurus and in opposition to the Scorpio eclipse. So it's kind of like saying, like, no, like, don't just talk about it, be about it. That's the difference between Mercury and Gemini, and I think Mercury and Taurus. You're going to have a couple different Mercury returns, huh?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's so true.
I guess the one thing I would say is also the sextile between Mercury to Neptune.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's probably why I feel like up in the air because of the returns. But that sextile is very magic. It's like you're gaining intuitions, but like they're not up in the air. It's like real time applicable to what you're really processing.
The Sun Mercury Cazimi, that's the halfway point in the Mercury retrograde. So by the time Gemini season starts, that's kind of when you become aware of like, oh, this is what the retrograde was about. And you're going to be able to kind of like figure it out and then re-strategize. Then the sun is going to continue moving. And it doesn't really make too many aspects until it starts to come into a sextile with Chiron on the 5th of June. So that's about being able to communicate and talk about wounds and where you feel separate or left out, or, you know, where you become aware of your own individual needs maybe, and like motivation, because all that's happening 11 houses from the sun. Mercury goes direct. It's going to be direct at 26 degrees for a couple days, which is really powerful that it's stationing on an eclipse degree. I think that it's reiterating whatever you committed to in November. Yeah, it's conjunct Algol. So Algol keeps rearing its head.
Yep.
You know, issues with mental issues, neurological issues, perhaps issues with cattle, the stock market being crazy, people losing their head, stuff involving, unfortunately, suicide, decapitation, alcoholism. I think a lot of people are just going to be fucking losing their shit over what's coming economically. It's already been, you know, tumbling for like the last week and a half, but I keep saying, like, I don't think this is the bottom, and the fact that the eclipse hasn't even hit yet as we film this, I think there's going to be more kind of strife economically. I look at like Mercury retrograde, conjunct Algol, trine Pluto, the Fed, you know, talking about interest rates, and yeah, there's more stuff coming.
It's amazing too, because like if the federal government was collapsing, they wouldn't tell us.
No way. Are you fucking kidding me? Everybody's got to get out and save themselves first.
Yeah. And it made me think, like, if certain people died, they would wait to release it too, because they know some people wouldn't go to work if their favorite artist was shot and killed. And I really do feel like we're gonna get, this is a really wild prediction, but Gemini season's also gonna open the door to the next half of maybe the next level of just fuckery and craziness.
I keep looking at that Mercury retrograde at 26, 27 of Taurus, knowing that that's both Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's Venus, and I feel like we haven't even heard half of the crazy shit that's about to transpire.
Oh, so this is just the
beginning of June, yeah.
Damn.
I think the beginning of June.
Is she suing him or is he suing her?
He's suing her for defamation.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Good looks, bro.
Yeah, but that's both of their Venus. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
That's where it's composite, or both of them have that?
No, they both have that as their Venus. So I think it's
26 degree exact?
Mm-hmm. It's within a degree, I think, of each other. Maybe it's going to be about somebody stepping forward saying something. Maybe it's about a press release.
Is she a Cancer?
She's a Taurus. He's a Gemini.
She's a Taurus, yeah. Mm-hmm. Damn.
Yeah.
That's so deep. So, I mean,
I guess the real only other prominent things to talk about, you've got the moon trine the sun and Saturn, which is a nice working period, June 9th and 10th.
What'd you think about the Pluto trine?
Between the Mercury?
Yeah.
I like that personally. I like the trine. I think that I will be more in favor of when Mercury in Virgo trines Pluto in the fall. I think that's really, right now it's just, no disrespect to Taurus, but when you look at Taurus and then you look at Virgo and then you look at Capricorn, Taurus is you just kind of tell them okay, here, just get to it, chop chop, here's the plan. And then Virgo's okay, I'm going to go through all the details and crunch the numbers. And then, Capricorn's the evil underlord that's yes, they fell for it. So right now it's just more kind of let's get down to basics and figure out a plan. Mm-hmm. I would say figure out the details and stuff when Mercury is trining Pluto in Virgo. When Mercury in Virgo is trining Pluto in Capricorn. Knowing that there's still going to be a Mercury retrograde in Capricorn in the new year. So it's nothing's really going to fucking make sense, honestly, until the shit hits the fan, and that'll be the beginning of 2023 when Pluto's going into Aquarius.
Yeah.
And I don't think the world's really going to open up and start to begin to remotely feel normal again until Venus retrograde in 2023. So I
don't think the world will feel normal again ever.
No, it won't. But the Venus retrograde will alleviate some of the weirdness.
Give us nostalgia. I believe that, yeah. And Neptune coming out at Pisces really is when...
Fuck, in a couple of years when Saturn and Neptune go in Aries together.
It'll be finally over. But then it'll just be a whole new age of fuckery. So there's that too.
Okay, so I guess notable mentions is going to be the full moon. That's going to be in Sag.
That'll be fun.
Square Neptune. Oh, that'll be fun.
Trine Mars too. So people are going to be taking action on things that they have no idea will backfire.
Cue the keyboard warriors.
That too. People reacting to things
that full moon in Sag, square Neptune. Ugh.
Be very aware because the moon trine Mars will have you act on things, but you have to be careful that what you're acting on, you actually see what it is. It's kind of I feel that reminds me of when Kanye West went off on Wiz Khalifa because he tweeted KKW or he tweeted KK Kush. And Kanye thought he was talking about Kim Kardashian, and he said, "Oh yeah, screw you! I signed you, blah blah blah." And then you realize he was talking about Khalifa Kush, and it's
I'm just waiting for the craziest of Kanye to arrive. I thought for
we
sure
have not seen.
I thought for sure he'd lose his shit because Pete got Kanye's kids' names tattooed on him.
But you know what I confirmed, and I've been saying this: they played y'all. Kim and Kanye are cool.
No, Kanye's gonna lose his fucking shit in the Mars retrograde this year. I called the divorce, and I'm telling you, I bet you anything, he either goes to jail or he goes to a padded room.
I doubt it. Maybe padded room, but you have to understand.
Or he's gonna start a cult. Maybe some days.
Kim and Kanye played you guys for sales and views. I don't know what else to say. Because after his album came out, you didn't hear anything about him. And he's not even banned from IG. He played y'all. And they played y'all to think Ray J is doing anything. Like, they're working together, lying about stuff. And they're both Pisces moon, so I kind of get it. And I kind of like it a little bit because they're finessing, like, everybody. But I feel like if he did go crazy, it's part of the act. It's part of the composite Leo show. I don't know. It is what it is.
All right, so the sun is going to come into a trine with Saturn on the 16th of June. Sun in Gemini trine.
Yeah. So that's like we start the season off with a working idea, and now it starts to get more strengthened and solid. And it's like, okay, it looks like it could work. Okay, boom, this is who we can do it with.
And that week is interesting, too, because Venus conjuncts Uranus, and then it conjuncts the North Node.
Oh, wow.
In Taurus, which is important because the North Node's ruled by Venus.
That's a lot of relationship, like, innovation and...
Moon, Pluto, quincunx the sun. Woo!
Introducing things you would have never thought, or connecting with people you would have never entertained.
And then the finale is when the moon conjuncts Saturn, which is usually not so pleasant. And it's not, because it's still squaring the nodes, but it's going to trine the sun. So that's a nice day on tap as well, especially with the sextile to Mars.
A lot of higher knowledge, understanding higher knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, and then that's pretty much it. The Gemini season finishes off with Moon coming into a quincunx with Pluto.
That's what I was going to ask you too. Like, have you noticed how the moon shifts into the signs when planets shift into signs? And that's weird. It was cool at first, but now it's really strange.
Well, it really just highlights like the, hi, I'm here. You know, like the Jupiter, Mars stuff that's coming. I'm really interested to see what happens that day. Although I think we're going to see some pretty brutal stuff with Mars and Jupiter together. I think there's going to be some really angry protests. I think there's just going to be some stuff going down for sure. For sure.
Especially taking into account, I think with the Pisces conclusion, everything we've gone through the past 2 years coming all together, and also the segue of just a bunch of new bullshit agendas that people fall for.
That's right. We come out of the Sun square Neptune. So the Sun square Neptune's kind of happening on the 16th, and then we see Sun trine Saturn with the Moon stabilizes on the 18th, and then I like how Gemini season ends with Mercury leaving shadow on the 19th. And I think that's interesting that we use the entire Gemini season to kind of reconcile what's going on with Mercury's retrograde. And really kind of saying like, hey, there's two options. There's a fork in the road. There's two sides to every story. And I think it's a lot of leaving it up to the masses. What individuals decide to say or talk about with the trines to Saturn is go and educate yourself. Don't just follow the crowd.
No, definitely self-education. And also that, let's talk the square, because you're understanding the truth about A, what's been hidden from you, B, what we activated in March with the conjunction, C, this is literally going to give you a new way or a different way to look during this square period of everything that's been happening in the past 6 months. And it could even split opinion again.
Well, and this is the first time we've had Gemini season since, the North Node left Gemini. So I see this as kind of like taking our driver's test, or like, taking the training wheels off and being like, okay, let's learn how to debate. Let's learn how to pivot. Let's learn how to ask questions. Let's not just assume, the status quo. So it'll be nice to see how that works. I think with the trine to Saturn, Saturn's going to kind of let the Sun in Gemini do its thing. And I'm really excited to see like media that pops up during this time, or new media outlets, or changes in the direction that we're going. I mean, I love Jupiter and Aries. I think the sextile to planets in Gemini is going to be fresh, new people out there on the streets, and independent media and independent journalists that are getting out there and they're getting the story in real time. Yeah. So I look forward to that.
I love that. I feel like that's not only a new wave, but I really feel like Neptune in Aries and Saturn in Aries is going to officially make that the new media. So I didn't realize how this is actually a setup for that. And
even more so when, Saturn and Neptune ingress together into Aries, that Saturn-Neptune conjunction is dissolving barriers, and I think between individuals. And I
Post Pluto Aqua.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel like, yeah, it's kind of a scary idea and a concept thinking about that Saturn-Neptune square. It's going to square our own natal Saturn-Neptune as well. But I think it has the ability for individuals to realize that we build walls within ourselves, and we build walls that keep other people from uniting. So it's going to be up to individuals to kind of dissolve those boundaries and to be able to go out there and to take initiative.
That's exclusive to 90, by the way. 88, 89, 90. We're going to have Saturn-Neptune square with Pluto square our Pluto. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, Saturn-Neptune square. I'm going to have a Saturn-Neptune square for a while because I have planets from 2 to 10 degrees. And my Jupiter's there too. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun T-square.
It'll be a harsh coming of age.
I think Saturn tapers Neptune a bit. So, you know, I'm trying to stay optimistic. I think just the older I get, like I look at transits that are coming up and then I look at transits that I've gone through, like in the past, but I didn't know what was happening. And I'm like, oh, I've been through worse. So try to stay positive, you know? Hopefully you guys find this helpful. Hopefully, you know, Gemini season does well for you. Let us know. Is it your birthday? If it is, happy birthday to all of the May and going into June Geminis. Let us know how the eclipses affect you, the Mercury retrograde, what was the sudden, unexpected Kazemi thing that happened for you. Let us know.
And, you know, just remember, this Gemini season is going to inspire you all with, like, miraculous ideas. And you're
Ideas like signing up for our level 3 memberships?
And 2 and 1 if you're not ready for 3, because not everyone's, you know, a baller or ready for 3. You don't have to be a baller to join level 3, but not everyone's ready for level 3. And so we have 2 and 1
You gotta
for
peer
you
pressure
too.
them into it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to make you feel a little bit less than if you're not part of level 3, because I care about you. But other than that, you
even
know,
if you guys can't join memberships, giving us a comment, giving us a thumbs up, or sharing our videos really helps. We've seen the channel do nothing but grow. We are on season 2 of doing episodes. I don't even know how many we've done. I just want to say thank you guys so much for your support, your likes, your comments, your shares. If you guys want us to do videos on certain topics, let us know below. Otherwise, we will catch all of you guys very soon. Thanks for joining us. Take care.